Hello everyone, welcome to Tablet Technologies. So in the previous video, we have listed all our to-dos and implemented the sort functionality. So in this video, we are going to add, edit and delete to-do, which will end this session. Uh, Before that, we have missed a date in the to-do. So for that, I will go to our to-do tile in the home screen and I'll copy this text and paste it over here. So it will have a date. It will be a 14 and W400. Let's save this. So we have our date. So we can see when we have created this to do. So now for the addition part, let's go to the plus sign over here. Let's minimize this. So when this button is pressed, a modal will be open. So let's start. So dialog, context and context. So we will have a dialog. Dialog and dialog will have a child. So manipulate to do. So we will create this widget manipulate to do over here. STL manipulate to do, and in here I will add a column children. Sorry. So children, in the children we will have a text. Let's copy it from here. Copy. Let's paste. It will be of name. Add to do. So we will be using this same dialog for add and edit. So we will make some further changes later in this video. So for now, let's give a size box and we will have a custom text field. It will be title and custom text field. It will be description. So let's save this and let's press this plus button. So we have our add to do, title and description. So for now, let's column main axis size dot mean. Let's save this. So we have this small size, compact size. So let's wrap this column with a padding. Let's give it 10 in all sides. We have this. So size box will have 10 over here. Let's save this, and we also need this here. We will also need our custom button. What's the name of our button? Custom button. Wait, sorry, let's F2 and custom button here. Custom button label will be add and unpressed will be of empty function. For now, let's save this, and we cannot have this const over here, so let's save this. Let's save. So we have add over here. So the description I think must be of a big size. The height of the description must be a little bit higher. Maybe a description. Further, we can go to our text field and final int max lines and it will be this dot max line equals to 1 in the default, but we can go over here. Lines will be max lines. Save this. Let's go to our ToDo home screen, and here we can pass an extra field, max line 5. Let's save this, and so let's restart our application once again. So our application is restarted. So we can see here our description is much larger. So for now, let's go to our ToDo controller. So in the ToDo controller, I will create late text editing controller. So it will be title controller and description controller. So in here, title controller equals to text editing controller and description controller equals to text editing controller on, sorry, I think I have to write it myself. Void on close, so it will be super dot on close. So on close we have a title dispose, title controller dispose, and description controller dispose. Let's save this. Let's go to our add ToDo asynchronous, and here we will need a user. So user from shared preference and void attribute post. You added path base URL and it add underscore todo dot php body user underscore id title and description. So response will await response success. We will so a snack bar. So the extra thing that we need to do is we need to clear our text from fields. The controllers. So title controller dot text equals to string. Similarly, description controller dot text equals to string. So at the last, I will update all the state of the controller. So let's save this. So let's try it out. First of all, I will go to our home screen, and in the addition, let's make this also asynchronous, and so await get dot so overlay, so it will be a function, and controller dot. So I think we are not wrapping, so I need to wrap this with a builder, get builder with of type ToDo controller and controller. So in here controller dot add ToDo, our loading widget will be loader. Let's import this also. So let's save this, and we will need to assign a controller. So controller equals to controller dot, sorry, it will be colon controller dot title controller. Save this, and it cannot be a constant. So let's remove this, let's copy this and paste it over here. So it will be a description controller. Let's save this and refresh our application one more time. So here, let's click the plus icon. Title will be my ToDo, description will be this is our test ToDo application, and we are just trying to add a ToDo. Let's click add. So ToDo added successfully. So we can see that our ToDo is added successfully. So the last thing that we need to do is, after this function is successfully executed, let's close the modal. For that, navigator dot pop context. So after the application, after the function is completed, so then we will pop the navigation. Let's try it again. My second to-do. This is my second to-do, and I am just trying to pop the model after my to-do is successfully added to the database. So let's add this. So our model is gone and we have a new to-do here. So we can search this, my second to-do. Our search is also working. So our add is working. So let's continue with our edit. For the edit, when this button is pressed, we need to open this model again with the name change. So let's do it. So for this, I will go to the home screen, and in the edit part, so when the slidable action is pressed, so I will dialog. I'll copy this from here. Let's copy this. Let's paste it over here. So manipulate to do, and let me change it to accept. Edit true. So I'll go over here, and this dot edit will be false in default. So final bool edit, and I will make some changes here. If edit, so it will be edit, else add, and it cannot be a constant. So it will be same for this. Let's save this. So let's restart our application again. And let's check our edit part. So in our edit to-do, we will need the to-do ID, user ID, new title, and description. So let's do it. So here, when I edit, so edit to-do and edit is shown. So before that, we have to refill the fields over there. So for that, when my slidable is pressed, the first thing that I need to do is controller dot title controller dot text will be to-do dot title. So title, same thing for our description. Copy and paste this. Let's update our controllers. So let's update our state inside the controllers. Controller dot update. Let's test it now. So when I edit, so we can see our fields are pre-filled with the data. So when I press edit, so we need to count another function. We have to check. So if edit, we will continue with this function. Else we will continue with another. So otherwise this will be same for both. So let's copy this and paste it over here. So it will be edit to do. So we do not have edit to do. So let's create one. let's go to our controller. Let's copy this add ToDo and make some changes to it. So it will be edit ToDo. So same thing for here. I guess the name is same, edit underscore ToDo. Yeah. So it will need extra parameter, so extra value, ID, and we have to provide ID from our edit ToDo. So ID. So I will go to our screen, home screen, and over here it will be ToDo dot I sorry. So we do not have our ID with us now. So for this, I will also accept a string ID, and this will be this dot ID will be empty string by default. Let's send this ID to the edit ToDo, but first we have to go to our slidable action. So over here, and it will accept an ID. We have to provide our ID from here. So it will be ToDo dot ID. So we have to remove the constant from here. Let's save this. Let's save our edit ToDo. It's my ToDo. Let's go to our home screen and go to our. So everything is fine. Let's save this and let's edit this ToDo title. Edited. So edit this ToDo title. Edited. So I think we have made some mistake. If edit is true, then add ToDo. Sorry, if edit is false, then we have to run this function. Else, we have to run this function. Let's save this again. And let's edit again. So, edited second. So, we did this. So, we can see that our edit is working. So our add is working, our edit is working. So let's write our code for the delete. So for that, when the slidable action with this delete is clicked, so we have to show a dialog. So a dialog or a confirmation box or a alert dialog. So in the alert dialog, the title will be text. Are you sure? Sorry. So delete. Content. Sorry. Content will be text. Are you sure you want to delete this ToDo? And our actions will be two buttons. Elevated button, so on pressed for now is nothing, and the child will be cancel, and another elevated button, and the side will be confirm. So when the cancel is pressed, we have to pop the model. Have to pop the model, and if confirm is pressed, then controller dot delete ToDo with ID. The ID will be todo.id. So we don't have this delete to do. Let's create one. So let's go to our application. I'll copy this edit to do part. I'll paste it where we need in this anymore. So it will be delete to do. So delete to do will accept I guess ID and user ID. So for that, let's provide user ID. So we have this user ID and ID, and it will be delete to delete underscore to and open our application. So when I press delete, it asks me cancel, confirm. I actually want to delete the to-do. When I press cancel, the model is gone. Listing the color of this cancel for this. For the elevated button, to style the elevated button, we have our style property. So here, elevated button dot style from, so primary colors dot red. Let's save this. Let's give it another try. Delete, cancel, and confirm. We have this nice red cancel button. When I cancel, let's change the title. Delete to do. Let's save this. So delete, cancel, delete, confirm. So to do deleted successfully. So when the to do is deleted successfully, then we have to make sure to remove this pop-up. For that, I will remove this part. I'll go over here. I'll copy this. I'll come up here. So let's paste it. Save this. Let's make it async. Controller dot delete to do, and after the to do is deleted successfully, then navigator dot pop. Let's save this. Let's try again. Let's delete this edited, delete, confirm. So we can see that our to-do is deleted. So the last thing that we will need in our application is a logout button. Let's get our logout button over here. So I'll go to my app bar. So icon button. So let's copy this. Let's paste it. So it will be a sign out. Use arrow right from bracket. Save this. We have this button. So when this button is pressed, we have to show an alert dialog. For that, alert dialog. The title will be text logout, and the content will be also text with are you sure you want to log out? Save this. Give me some commas over here, and we have some actions. So for the action part, I will copy the action from here. So the action, copy. I'll go to my logout part. Let's paste this and cancel. We'll close the modal and our confirm will log the user out. So for that, await shared press dot remove user. We will remove our user from our device. So and get dot hop or named get routes dot login. Let's save this. So when I press this button, it will ask me to log out. If I press cancel, the model is gone. If I press confirm, then I am successfully logged out from the system. Let's log in again. test2@gmail.com and password is password. Let's log in. So we have default to do. Let's add one. When I add plus title, my new to-do. This is my new to-do. Let's add this. So my new to-do. So let's edit this. I have just edited my to-do. Let's edit this. So I have just edited my to-do. So I am going to delete my to-do now. So confirm. My to-do is deleted. Let me log out. Confirm, and I'm successfully logged out from the system. So this much for this series. So in this series, we have learned about database, creating a database using SQL, and APIs with PHP. We have tested the APIs, and we have created UIs within Flutter, and we have got some knowledge of GetX. We have implemented our front end and backend with the help of GetX. So if you have any queries, then please contact us. So please comment down what are your interests and what videos we should create next. Till then, thank you. Please like and subscribe.